It's not like Wendy Williams doesn't have enough on her plate with the ongoing battles for her health and money with her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, but she has recently been confronted by the music mogul Puff Diddy, who humiliated the former TV host for revealing his true identity. Well, Diddy has chosen the best time to make a blow, and rumor has it that he did it intentionally, knowing how fragile Wendy is at that moment. But what does Wendy have to say about that? Let's dig into this story. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. I keep my eyes on the most discussed traumas in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. So Wendy Williams has never missed a chance to spill some expectation tea and was always roasted for observations. And another blow from a fellow celebrity came right where she expected it the least. Sources claim that Diddy is enraged with Wendy for publicly outing him in her interview, and he swore to destroy the former TV host as he already did it with his other enemies. Well, this sounds like a serious threat, and if you don't want to miss any details, make to stick around until the end of this video. So, as you all know, Wendy is slowly recovering from her challenging couple of years, and the last thing she needs right now is another scandal. Her fans already noticed that she looked quite weak and needed help when walking. The recent footage of the TV host raises concerns about her well-being. Some people even say Wendy doesn't seem like herself and needs more rest before making any public appearances and working on new projects. So, unfortunately for Wendy, this is exactly when Puff Diddy decided to confront the former TV host and recall the incident with her outing him in her interview. Well, you know how protective Diddy is about his reputation and how quickly he jumps to protect his public image. Rumor has it that he's so enraged with the former TV host that he swore to ruin her life for her words. And this won't be the first time when Diddy chooses extreme measures just because his reputation as a tough guy is at stake. I recently uploaded the video where I shared some insider information about Diddy's dirty deeds and how he gets rid of everyone who threatens to expose his true colors. Apparently, Wendy is next on his list of victims, and I'm afraid that this confrontation is only the beginning of a full-scale campaign against Mrs. Williams. As we know, Diddy cannot stand any criticism, and he's especially vulnerable to any accusations of sleeping with men. It seems clear that the rapper plans to aggravate Wendy's fragile state because he cannot stand the fact that she was among the first celebrities ever to mention Diddy's love preferences, and the first time she even stated this was back in 1998 when she worked on radio. This statement was the first sparkle that ignited the feud between Wendy and the music mogul. Apart from that, sources claim that Wendy has recently exposed some very provocative photos where Diddy was with another man. Apparently, the rapper felt exposed and threatened because Wendy Williams can be harsh, but she never lies. Before this photo was leaked, there were only speculations about Diddy's identity, so he was never actually bothered by what other people said. But with Wendy making such a blow, it was hard to remain silent, and Diddy decided to confront the TV host for humiliating him. And another public scandal is exactly what Wendy has to avoid if she wants to recover fully from the consequences of her husband's treachery and other hardships. I personally don't understand why Diddy freaked out because no one actually cares about his orientation. I mean, he may as well confront other people, like his former Bodyguard Gene Deal and Alex Fine, the new husband of Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who also exposed his secret. But no, going against tough men is not in the rapper's nature, and the sickly woman seems like an easy target for revenge. The rapper believes that it was Wendy who started the whole Diddy loves guys narrative because she hates him. And although many other people confirmed this theory, he still blames her for founding this movement. But I guess he can also say something nasty about Alex Fine, who threw shade on Diddy via his Instagram and wrote on his story, "Happy Pride. I attached a charity that helps people who are in the closet and gotta move on." If you don't know what it all means, let me briefly explain to you that after breaking up with Cassie, Diddy released a single called Gotta Move On, where the rapper shared how he was dealing with their breakup. As the title suggests, the track is about Diddy's need to move on from this relationship with Cassie, who chose Alex Fine over the rapper. Another person that Diddy can confront for opening his mouth and accusing Diddy of sleeping with men is his own ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal. This man has been working for the rapper for many years and has seen a lot of Diddy's adventures. Gene was quite open recently and shared a lot of intel on his ex-boss, stating that he saw Diddy going to clubs for boys and even accompanied him to toy stores where the rapper used to buy a bag of suggestive items for foreplay, and even more once Gene witnessed Diddy being involved with a man. In the video statement about working for the music mogul, Gene said, "I know that for a fact because I was right there." He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door. Don't let nobody come through." I said, "I'll watch the door, and if I watch the door and him, and if I watch the door and him and a man ran out naked and I said that ain't nobody told me that I saw that myself, I'm telling you what I saw." So everyone says whatever they want about Diddy, but only Wendy Williams gets her portion of hatred from the rapper, just because she allegedly started all this and exposed some photos of him holding another man. I guess Diddy wants to silence Wendy so much that he doesn't even care about her own battles, and maybe even hopes to show all other critics what would happen to them if they move against him with such pathetic allegations. Wendy's fans are scared for their favorite celebrity and think she may not handle that much pressure with her current state. Here's what one person wrote. Wendy Williams knows too much. That's why they want her to look crazy. And another person defended Wendy because, just like me, this fan doesn't understand why Puff targets her precisely and doesn't confront other people. Here's what this person wrote. So many people out of Diddy, I wonder when he'll confirm it himself. And although Wendy Williams makes more and more public appearances that in the recent couple of years, I still think she needs peace and quiet and not another beef with a fellow celebrity. She comes from a very dark place and has a lot of problems to deal with right now, including the loss of her assets, her son being evicted, and her ex-husband dragging her to court over alimony. Diddy might think that the moment for making his counterblow for her exposing him in the public is quite perfect because she may not even pay attention to his statements. But as we remember, Diddy's feud with Wendy lasted for almost 20 years, since the time when she outed him on the radio in 1998. Even though they reconciled and the rapper even came to Wendy's show as a guest, he might have never forgotten what she said about him. His reputation is everything he truly cares about, and it doesn't feel like he is ready to bury the hatchet, knowing that Wendy is coming back and may spill more secrets about him. That's why he made it his new goal to get rid of the former TV host and even prevent her from coming back. Wendy herself stated that at one point in her life, Puff tried to ruin her career on the radio and use his influence to get her fired. In her book, The Wendy Williams Experience, she said that she maintained a certain level of contempt for Puff because he single-handedly tried to ruin her career. She wrote, "The hell he put me through. I will never forget, but I don't hate him." But it seems like Puff still hates Wendy for those words she said 25 years ago and plans to silence her once and for all. Because even if the former TV host was ready to put everything aside, he still believes that she is a dangerous figure and a threat to his secret life. Wendy has always seen through people, and her remarks always hit many celebrities hard because she could expose the worst in them. When describing the level of intolerance in the hip-hop industry, she stated hip-hop wearing skirts or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood, and that, and denial is something that you shouldn't have to deny. Well, I guess Diddy felt that this was a blow to his own manhood, which he constantly tries to prove by dating numerous gorgeous women like Kim Porter, Cassie Ventura, and Jennifer Lopez. And here's more to add, Diddy has 7 kids. If you look at his life, you may never expect the things he's doing behind closed doors with men. But Wendy exposing his photos to the public, he now has to somehow save his reputation. Because I know that the hip-hop industry is quite intolerant toward anyone, even as rich and influential as Puff when it comes to sleeping with men. So maybe it's his plan to get rid of everyone powerful as Wendy and who reveals his secret identity. Well, I must say that Diddy chose the perfect timing because Wendy is surely worn out by her own hardships with Wells Fargo and her ex-husband. So why do I have a feeling that Diddy found himself an easy target to hunt? Many fans are enraged by Puff's statements against Wendy, and they think that he is intentionally adding to her suffering. One person commented, "I wish people leave Wendy Williams alone. Let her recover in peace." And another person wrote, "Seeing how Wendy Williams is doing and how they're dragging her is sick. Everybody handled the situation wrong." I find his reaction to Wendy's exposure way too much, considering everyone already knows about his secrets and not actually surprised. Diddy certainly overestimated the situation, and probably his main goal is to silence Wendy forever, while she is fragile and still recovering. After all, he already silenced many young and talented artists like Tupac and Biggie. And what do you think? Why Diddy decided to confront Wendy now when she is in the middle of a health crisis? Is he also trying to get rid of her? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to know your opinion about it. And in the meantime, check my other video about Diddy where his bodyguard and other people from the music industry talk about how he sacrifices people because of money. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I promise to be back soon enough with more updates.